Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today suggests a new beginning, or for some of you, this is starting over or something you didn't expect to ever come to fruition. For others of you, you're meeting a new person. The overarching theme here is that you are not necessarily prepared for this. So it could be you meet somebody, when you're at the gym, so you feel like you don't look as cute as you normally do. It could be someone shows up and you didn't expect to see them, and maybe you're in your sweatpants. I don't know. But we've got somebody here that intends to address a situation that has gotten out of hand or move forward from a situation that was difficult. So it seems like a pretty good reading. Hello there, Mark. How are you? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Oh, you only get a little bit. I'm on speaking terms again with my curling iron, and the thumb is feeling a lot better. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who sent healing or said nice things about my little injury. I appreciate you a lot. I haven't been typing as much, obviously, but I do want to respond to those of you that said those really sweet things. So thank you. Also, thank you for the likes, subscribes, checking out the second channel, personal reading requests. Love you all. Hello, wait. Did you tell me to call you something else? I'm trying to remember. Is it Yonya? I don't know if you told me there was a nickname. I'm trying to keep track of that. It's like a little Excel spreadsheet in my brain, but it's not always going that well. Hello, Jimmy. How we doing? All right, let's dive in. Let's find out more about this good thing that's happening for you. All right. So there could be some money issues causing tension, but I see that as being not a long-term thing. We've got leveling up. This connection is moving to the next level. You either figure out how to communicate about it so that it's less of an issue, or somebody materially things improve, right? Like you get a promotion, business starts doing better, whatever it is. So I do feel like this reading is supposed to be a bit of, don't give up, you're almost there, or things are about to be better than you expected. Yes, yo-yo. Okay, sorry. Hello, Illuminati. How are you? Hello, Sushma. Hello, Dr. Emery. New. Yeah. Also, it's 9/9 today. So, maybe try to manifest something that you want today. For me, it feels like there's definitely the possibility for some wish fulfillment or some prosperity. We've got power couple. That font is just a little bit hard to read. Sorry, guys. Building an empire is within reach for you. Yeah, so it could be that when you communicate better with your partner or with this person that comes in, things take off. But you do have to talk about something. There's a difference of opinion regarding your preferred lifestyle or your perspective. But I do feel like you can address it in some way. So I don't necessarily see this as a total issue. I feel like for the majority of you, the person that you're getting back together with or wanting to pursue things with, that's a new person, the money issues that present themselves, it's really just about getting ahead of that problem with proper communication. We might have one person that's really good at saving and one person that's really good at spending. You know what I mean? So just, putting together a plan seems like that would be wise. All right, let's go with the OG. This is the Rider-Waite. Hi, Paul. How's it going? Hello, Asusana. How we doing? Ooh, is it Forrest? How's it going? Ooh, Hawaii. I do love Hawaii. Hello, Michael. Hello, Lightheart Alchemist. How we doing today? Yeah, so there have been some issues here in terms of finances or money. This could be on an individual level, or when you get together with somebody, it could be an issue in the future. But really, it's just saying if you talk this out, if you get on the, like you view it as you're on the same team, then things are kind of avoidable, like problems are avoidable. The way to not handle this is just let it kind of like go unaddressed. You do have to have a conversation about it. So if this is a new relationship, it could be that somebody has different expectations in terms of like what a first date should be like, or they have aspirations of not having to work after they marry. There's just an idea here of if you talk through things, you can avoid a problem later on. Nine of Swords, Queen of Wands in the reverse. Moon in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like there's some shame or fear that someone feels if I tell you that I'm in debt, if I tell you, that I don't have enough money to like really treat you the way that I want, or if I don't have the money to like live with you, whatever it might be. I feel like it's something where if you talk about it, it goes better because you have underestimated how much somebody cares about you and probably put too much stock in how they view the financial contributions. I think it's important to look at finances as something you both work on together, but I think there's been too much separation or there's a risk of that. So, yeah, I'll try not to continue to beat a dead horse. Talk about the money thing. All right, what else do we have? Knight of Pentacles, Death, Six of Pentacles, yeah. So for a lot of you, there's a resistance to being in a relationship, perhaps specifically to like proposing, because somebody might be a little bit unrealistic in terms of where they need to be financially before you would be willing to accept them. So for a lot of you, this is just maybe a connection that takes off really quickly, or somebody knows, I want to spend my life with you, but I don't know what kind of lifestyle you expect from me. Like, do you have expensive taste? That kind of question mark. Or this person already kind of feels like what they know of you, you would have certain expectations. They might be wrong on that. They might be kind of like a little bit on the pessimistic side. So we have the Hanged Man in the reverse, the Eight of Cups in the reverse, and the Magician. So if we stay in this Nine of Swords energy, we just kind of have anxiety and we're not really talking about it, then it's like an obstacle to somebody being able to change their perspective. Because the Hanged Man in the upright, you're literally upside down. You have a different perspective. You have to think about things differently. So we need to get somebody to move this Hanged Man into the upright, and that will enable them to, I think, improve their money choices. Or for many of you, it'll help you understand that, oh, you know what? This connection is pretty legit. We could probably find a way around our differences, right? Hello, Susa. How are you? Hello, Pharaoh. What's up, GP? How we doing? But we've also got the Magician here. This is interesting. Okay, I gotta ask for clarification on this because I don't really like that the Magician is clarifying the moon in the reverse, because I could also talk about like hidden motives, not so great intent. 4 of Wands in the reverse. So I think this is about boundaries or being able to call someone out. I don't know if everyone agrees with me. I would hope you do, but I think the most healthy kind of relationship is one where you support each other, you can giggle, you can dance, blah, 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 but you can also call each other out. You know what I mean? Like, just to be kind of silly about it. Like, you kind of smell today. Have you showered? Like, we don't need to be a jerk about it, but these kinds of little comments that are actually constructive, maybe not the shower one. Just like being able to have somebody hold you accountable if you miss something is not a bad thing, right? You might feel like it's a little uncomfortable to talk to somebody about their spending habits because it's their life. But if you're thinking about the long term, if you're wondering if you want to marry this person, if you could build a home with this person, then those finances do apply to you. So I think there's just a need, whoever is walking into this relationship or repatching things with somebody where there is a financial, like there's a difference, right? Like where we are in terms of how we view it. Do you have a savings account? Blah, blah, blah. If it's more of a team situation, then you can avoid, to be honest, some of you, this is like serious debt if you don't talk about it. Or just, difficulty being able to see eye to eye and actually see a future. Happy 9/9 portal to you. All right, let's go with the Ghost Tarot. Ace of Wands and Death, clarifying death. GP, have you decided to be our statistician? Is that what happened? So I am no mathematician, but what I want to say is you take 1 out of 78, because there's 78 cards, and then you multiply that by 1 out of 78 because it's the same card. I think that's how you figure out probability. I should just look this up. But then you have to include like the idea of reverse. If there's a card that is two, like both of them are in reverse, then just like my mind blows up. So I don't know. Death, clarifying death. Okay, so look. It's coming across to me, it's funny I was talking about math. It's coming across to me as symbolic logic. If M, then N. If somebody changes, if somebody listens after they communicate and that perspective changes, this hanged man in the reverse becomes a hanged man in the upright, then that transformation avoids an ending, avoids a loss. But there's this, there's this new beginning, kind of like waiting in the wings. If there's no transformation, if there's no change here, then it's an ending. So, I mean, the nice thing about math is there's a right answer, right? So, new beginning or an ending. The person who has to change their behavior. For some of you, this could be like, are you willing to invest in a relationship? Are you willing to put forth action instead of just communication? If you don't pursue this transformation, then there's an ending and there's a new beginning. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles is a card that talks about being single, being independent, financially stable. And so what I'm seeing is one person who is stable, one person who gets it. We have this money card, so I'm leaning towards money, but apply it how it works for your situation. One person who feels comfortable on their own, and one person who is dealing with a sense of lack. Now, if we get the Hanged Man on the upright, I'm going to kind of lose my mind. 1.652% chance. That's wild, right? Is that the right way to calculate probability? I can handle it if I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. It's like 7 times. We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse and the Three of Wands in the reverse. And 10 of Cups. This is the weirdest 10 of Cups I think I have. Like, of all of the decks. Because initially, when I looked at it the first time, I was like, oh, that looks like death. Little dude running with a scythe. Come and get you. But that's the 10 of Cups. So if there's no action, if there's no communication, right? Because Eight of Wands in the reverse, this indicates there is a lack of those things. Action, communication. Three of Wands in the reverse? That's just like, no, specifically, if you don't act on this, if you don't put your money where your mouth is, should we use that phrase? Since, yeah. Then this love ends because it's the 10 of Cups, but it's the dude with the scythe. So there's emotions here, but there's a pretty big obstacle. Just got to be able to, specifically talk about it and then change behavior. Four of Pentacles, the Emperor in the reverse, and the Four of Wands in the reverse. I had that up here too. So I'm just getting, whoever is this Nine of Pentacles, I feel like that's probably you, for the majority of you. If this person doesn't figure out how to contribute, whether that's emotionally or financially, in a way that is responsible or respectful, then I feel like you start to close off. You start to pull back. You start to reassess the situation. Because with the Emperor in the reverse, I get a sense that you question if somebody has control, like self-control. And that risk of instability, be it financial or, can I trust you kind of vibe, that's something that I think is a red flag for the Nine of Pentacles, whoever you are. So it's basically like, hey, I've worked hard. I've built this nice boat. I'm on a pretty dangerous river, but it's going all right because I got this nice boat. I'm going to invite you into the boat, but if you don't know how to sit in a boat without capsizing it, I'm going to have to kick you out. Sorry, just thinking about flipping my canoe in the upper Iowa River and then realizing that there was a dead cow probably 80 feet away. And I wear contacts, and I definitely went in the water. So I was like, ew, the poor cow. Proceeds to eat wallet. I like it. Hello, Kyle. How are you? Hello, Rochelle. I'm glad you're here too. Yeah, that's a good call, Paul. So it's like, look, I want to make sure that my boat stays afloat. We can talk about that financially or stability just in general, right? How are things from a day-to-day basis? So we have the Seven of Swords, the Chariot in the reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. For some of you, this is, can somebody remain committed in their job? Can somebody pivot if they've, been laid off or had a problem getting work if they're like a contractor? I really do feel like you have the ability to inspire this person and remind them how strong they are or how capable they are. But there's this risk that they feel like they can just rely on you to solve their problems or that they can hide the problems that they're dealing with. But I think they might be a little short-sighted in whether or not that has an impact with the Chariot in the reverse on the longevity. It might make things easier for you. You might be able to avoid a difficult conversation now, but then, 2 years down the road, 4 years down the road, that could be a real big problem, All right, we're going to go with the Kipper. Yeah, kind of wild. We have number 29, number 3, and number 18. 29 is imprisonment, number 3 is marriage, and number 18 is child. So earlier I said, it could be about whether or not you have the same goals in terms of how you want to live your life. It could be whether or not somebody is on board with getting a prenup or, getting a different job. You might have to talk about if you have children, would you stay home? Would the other person stay home? But this imprisonment card makes me feel like there is like a solution that you could have for this problem that needs to be brought out into the open, right? It can't just be like shoved behind the clothes you don't wear anymore in the back of your closet with your other skeletons. No skeletons in the closet. We don't have time for that, right? Hi, Curtis. How are you doing? So we have community, which is number 39. Coffin in the reverse, which is number 19. And main female, which is number 2. So for many of you, there's a person here who is wanting to make this offer. Again, either it's somebody from your past who wants to do things differently, or it's somebody who is brand new. But with the coffin in the reverse, there's this determination to not let something end. If the person thought they had lost you because, your first attempt was not successful, then they might have like renewed determination, right? Hi there, Tiana. How are you? But I feel like in part it's because there is maybe somebody in their family or somebody in their friend group who's like, hey, I'm just curious, but I feel like you were kind of feeling that person. I thought you were kind of serious about that person. So there could be somebody who speaks up and says, you know, maybe you should try to work that out. This is the gold foil tarot. Emperor in the reverse again. So he's right here and right here. Judgment. So whatever is this lack of self-control, the universe is like, we're not going to let you keep doing this. You either change or things will change around you. And I feel like this person's a little bit moody or protective, doesn't really want to communicate because we have the Page of Wands in the reverse. I don't wanna. You can't make me. No. Hello, Aya. How are you doing? That dang moon in the reverse again. It gets into a bigger issue if the communication is not figured out. Like, it's going to sit on somebody's conscience until they like are actually honest about it. And then that causes other problems in the relationship. You know, like when you can just like feel that there's something off with somebody that you care about, friend, lover, whatever it is. And they're just like, I'm fine. You're like, okay, cool. So you don't trust me. Not that it's like my right to know what's going on, but you know, if I'm trying to help, at least tell me, yeah, but I don't want to talk about it. I'll respect that. But like, you know, we can be honest about it. Four of Cups in the reverse, Six of Wands, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So there's a question mark here. If this person doesn't figure out how to, you know, feel more empowered, take control over the situation, embody this magician energy, then am I willing to exit, you know? There's a curiosity here in terms of whether or not things could work out well, or if it would be kind of wasteful energy. With the Knight of Wands in the reverse, it's like I'm seeing a horse go back and forth. Like, I don't know which way to go. So yeah, it's like kind of on the person who's being asked to change. Are you going to change or are you not? Are you going to communicate about it? Because I do feel like for most of you, this Nine of Pentacles energy is like, don't really feel like I can keep asking about it. I don't really feel like I can pester you about it. If you want to talk about it, then we'll talk about it. Three of Cups in the reverse. The Sun. And Strength. Well, whoever you are, Nine of Pentacles, you are living up to that energy because that's somebody who is generally seen as very in touch with their intuition. And I feel like when somebody does something here that is kind of like destructive to the connection as opposed to fostering a stronger connection, you pick up on the change in the energy, or you got a way of knowing, right? So they might be trying to hide something. They might be resistant to being honest about something. And I feel like you have greater insight than they really expect. But with the Strength energy, I also feel like you may have gone through a similar issue in the past, or you would be able to offer some pretty valuable guidance to this person in terms of what they need to change. All right, this is the Golden Lenormand. For real. We have the ship, number 3, forward movement or travel. And number 24, which is the heart. So I do feel like for some of you, there's a romantic trip, or there's somebody who goes out of their way to, make sure you understand how they feel. I feel like this is like a grand gesture for a lot of you. All right, let's see what else we have. Gotta go with the situations deck. What else do we have? Ascension. Signs in the reverse. So, look. The 9 of Pentacles is this Ascension card. You are able to move forward whether or not this person decides to figure out their stuff or have this conversation with you. Don't let them prevent you from moving forward. If they ignore the signs of what they have to do, that's choosing what they want, right? We have the calling and commitment in the reverse. So if this is a situation with you dealing with somebody from the past, this person was struggling to commit. This person may not do very well with that consistency, right? For many of you, there could be a resistance to being in a relationship because of financial issues. But there's, like I said, there's definitely feelings here. It's just, are you going to act on the things that you need to act on? We've got pretending, living beyond means. Focused, eyes for you, fascinated, and watching. This person could be a little bit of a stalker. What's up, Hayden? How are you doing? Oh, you're fine. I'm planning on coming back for a second one later, so don't you worry. I've got irreconcilable differences, divorce, final. Access granted. So if this 9 of Pentacles sees that there is no change in behavior from this individual, should we call them death? I don't know, that seems a little gloomy. Then they move forward and let somebody else, I don't know, I really want to say crack on. They let somebody else entertain them or ask them out. So it kind of feels a little bit like an ultimatum. Are you going to change what it is that has been the issue? Or if this is going to be like a cycle, do you understand that I'm going to walk away? All right, let's move to, this is the Earth and Bone. Number 4, apprentice. Higher education, knowledge, beliefs, and wisdom. This to me is heavily associated with our Ascension card. We've got somebody that has gained wisdom. They see life differently. They understand what they're capable of. I do feel like they're meant for success, and they're going to pursue that success or achieve that additional success with somebody who's on their same, I don't know if I want to say ambitious so much as like consistent or reliable, equal partner type vibe. That's who they want with them, right? Are you going to back up what you say? We have number 36, wisdom, advancement, independent thinking, and enlightenment, ascension. So if I see how to make life beautiful in terms of how to be good partners with each other, and I feel like you could be there, we just need to change this little behavior here. And you don't want to change that behavior, then to me that says, I don't want to do what's required in order to get what I really want. And clearly we have somebody who's ambitious or driven here, right? Somebody who does have that ability to dedicate themselves to a cause. And then we have number 17, prosperity. I'm telling you, your money is going to get better. This person either like joins you for the ride and makes a change, or you determine that's maybe too much of a risky partnership for me to continue to invest in. Get it? Invest in? Sorry, I'm awful. All right, this is the signs of the times. Evil eye protection, number 1. Well, who is not a fan of yours? This is somebody who smiles in your face but doesn't like you. Okay. So you might have a friend that isn't really a friend. These are number 21 and number 30. I do feel like this is somebody you would feel comfortable talking to, but you might have felt like they were not necessarily. Like this might be more of an acquaintance that you were considering to be a closer friend with, or this could be a friend that you were kind of wondering if you should continue to be friends with them. We have number 11, cloud, distraction. Sorry, those are both plural. Yeah, there's something here that you don't fully see. Some friend, I feel like, that could be telling you wrong information or trying to like see you not do well. So be cautious in terms of talking about your business, but also taking advice on that business. This is the Gilded Reverie. Hello, Kate. How are you doing? Hello, Jungle. How we doing? All right. We've got number 41, which is the wishing well, and number 23, which is the mice. The mice talks about loss, theft. Okay. I feel like this evil eye has actually been on the person who's been asked to change. Their money has been in a bad place because of somebody they've dealt with that they felt like they could trust, who they now feel like they cannot trust. This person was siphoning off some sort of energy, blessings, they were codependent on this person. If they sense that somebody else is getting their time or their energy, they could be sending negative vibes, wishing things don't go well. Is it a real spell? I don't know. I mean, they're all just words, right? But I feel like there's somebody here who is intentionally trying to make another person's money difficult or stagnant, not really growing. In part because they don't want this person to love again or move forward with somebody in a new relationship. So there's a risk here of loss of what you really want if you don't break free and have more independent thinking. If this person sees the 9 of Pentacles energy as, that's how I want to live, that's who I want to emulate, this person's inspiring to me, I'm going to make a change in my behavior, I'm going to have more self-control, then this evil eye does nothing and they get what they want. but there's a risk of loss of what they really want. We have the book number 26. This talks about wisdom. Do not let somebody else. Oh God, this is so complicated. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles is somebody who is established or does well, creates things. They can be independent. There's somebody associated with the Nine of Pentacles who I've named Death. I mean, maybe we should call you Judgment because Death's a little morbid. But you could be successful if you kind of like upgrade that financial energy of yours or what you do, that self-control, right? But somebody's trying to block it because they know if you figure that out, you're going to get in a relationship with this new person and they don't want you to. Do they want to be with this Judgment, Death energy? Possibly. Do they just want to prevent this person from having what they want? Also possible. But the solution for this person that resonates with the I have to change some behavior here, you already know what to do. You already know. So trust your intuition and take advice from the right people. The people who already figured out what you want to figure out, right? Like, if you're giving me business advice, but you don't have your own business and never have, then I don't know. Just there's got to be some experience there, right? Something to back it up. So we have number 34, the fish. This talks about good news. Coming from afar. So I do feel like you're getting a letter, a package, or a visit. You are going to be happy about this letter, package, or visit. Things are on the up and up here for the Nine of Pentacles. If you're the Nine of Pentacles, just stay the course. You're doing well. Hello there, Robert. How are you? Thank you. Wonder Twins. All right, we definitely need some Zodiac Fortune Telling cards because these talk about money things. So let's see what we got. Start living your own life. You are going on a long, safe journey. Ship. Some of you might be moving. A woman is coming between you and your beloved. This is the evil eye. The evil eye, apparently woman. Ugh. Could be mom, friend, ex, whatever. This person doesn't want you to move on or doesn't want you to be happy. You will suffer a great loss, but will overcome your grief. I do feel like this is financial. For some of you, you take a giant step backwards and you might, be obviously and rightfully real upset about it. But I want you to remember my words when that happens. This is not over yet because you take this giant step backwards, but then that might be where you need to be in order to take 4 steps forward. Like it's putting you where you need to be, even if it is considered a loss initially. I worked with somebody who had really been proud to become management after being a very successful salesperson, and then realized the pay structure and the hours required were completely different. And he decided, it was cool to get that promotion, but I don't think this is for me. I think I would just rather be an individual contributor, So for some of you, it's like that, right? I take a step back. Maybe I feel a little bit, some type of way, but it's the right place to be in order to go where you need to be. All right, what about a lucky number? 25. Something could happen on the 25th of this month. Regardless of opposition, you will be successful. I like that. So yeah, you got some haters. That's cool. You ain't doing it right if you don't have any haters, right? And if you only have one, you don't have enough. Hello, Mercedes. Hello, Angel. Hello, Green. How we doing? Okie dokie. Thank you, Lucas. All right. So we're gonna hope for the best. Things are gonna improve financially. You just got to make sure that the people that you're associating with, presumably this is a relationship, right? Have that same understanding, or that you're on the same page in terms of control, self-control, right? Money, how you want to spend your money. Do you want to like invest in property? Do you want to invest in Beanie Babies? I think I still have a few somewhere. I don't know if they're worth anything though. All right. I love you all. Thank you for checking out my reading. Thank you for likes and subscribes, and hit me up if you have a question. I'll still honor the $5 for one question if you have a very pressing question. Otherwise, I have those longer form readings available as well. I will see you on the next reading. Toodles. Bye, guys.